Inhabit the present. Your life again is a mist, a vapor, a puff of smoke. You're here for a little while and then gone. Pastor Joe had 3 memorial services the last 3 Saturdays. And so what he asked me to do is, he gives me this little flash drive, and he says, can you make a video? And so what the family member of the loved one does is they compile all these pictures of a person's life. They put it on a flash drive, and then we take those pictures and we make a video out of it, and we put some music, and it plays throughout the lobby. And I can't tell you how much this really bothered me and affected me, because a person's life, 60 years old, 40 years old, 80 years old, is compiled to a 5-minute video. 80 years to 5 minutes. Your life is a mist, a vapor, a puff of smoke. It's a 5-minute video if you live to be 80. You hear this all the time. It's cliche, right? Life is short. Life is short. Life is short. I'm sure you've seen, these billionaires that created this submersible to go and explore the Titanic. Billionaires, what they wouldn't give for another day. Another hour, another breath. Especially as the oxygen levels decrease and you realize you're running out of air. How much would you give for another one? We want to ask you a question. And we strongly encourage you to answer it seriously. If today was your last day, what would you do with it? Who would you spend it with? What are some things you would say to people that you've been holding on to that you haven't said? Midnight tonight, you're being called home. Your life here on earth will end. You're really going to spend the last hours arguing with your spouse? You're really going to spend your last hours frustrated, irritated, angry, stressed, depressed, anxious? You're really going to be that short-tempered with your kids? You're really going to be that disrespectful to and neglectful of your parents, your siblings? You're really going to give in to temptation? You're really going to sin? You're really going to spend the last 12 hours of your life on your phone? On a game? In your feels? Maybe in the past, dwelling on the guilt and the shame and the failures, all your shoulda, woulda, couldas? You're really going to not share the gospel? Really going to not share your faith? Share the hope that you have with the people that God has providentially placed in your path for that purpose? What's your last day look like? Seriously. What's it look like? Get that plan in your mind. Now go and live that day. Live that day. That's the day that God wants you to live. Every day. The present day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Inhabit the present. Inhabit the present. That's where life is. Live it. Be present. Take it in. Every sunrise, every sunset, every car ride, every song, every party, every meal, every interaction, every place, every sight, every person, every breath. These are moments, present moments, gifts. Be there completely. Value them. Priceless. Live them fully for both you and your loved one, because their days are numbered as well. Inhabit the present. Instead of living in the past, which is gone, living in the future, which may never come, we need to be living in the present, which is today. In doing that, you can ensure to experience the most in life, because the present is where life is. That's where you live. Now, I can assure you from personal experience, this is real. I'm not just telling you this because the Apostle James says to do so, or I watched a movie or read a book. Right? For 5 years of my own personal life, I lived this way. Right? From the beginning of my faith journey, when I was arrested and put on trial, facing 20 years of my life until case was dropped. 5 years, but I didn't know the end from the beginning, and so each year I was always facing trial. I was always facing the outcome. This might be the year. Every month, every couple of months, I had to go back to that court. So every year was like, is this my last Christmas? Is this my last birthday? Is this my last Thanksgiving? Is this the last time I'm gonna spend the night at my parents'? Is this the last time I'm gonna see you? And so it was always the idea of is this the last? Yeah, and I believe what God taught me in that was inhabit the present. I'm not gonna let what could happen next year rob me from today. I'm not gonna let what could happen next month rob me of today. Right now is where I'm living. And people would often ask me, so, hey, John, what's up with court? How's it going? I don't know, man. That's 2 months from now. What's going on today? And God allowed me to experience this. Inhabit the present. Inhabit the present because you never know when it's your last. Interactions with your loved ones, you never know when it's their last. Inhabit the present. That's where you live.